Behind the glittering skyline of Dubai lies a world few ever see, the private celebrations of the Al-Maktum family, where gold-covered Rolls-Royces line palace courtyards and royal weddings rival Hollywood blockbusters. From $100 million galas to yachts that host presidents, these events redefine luxury itself. But stay until the end, because we'll reveal the secret purpose behind these lavish parties and how they shape Dubai's global power. The rise of the Al-Maktum dynasty. From the barren desert sands of the 19th century to the shimmering skyline that defines modern Dubai, the story of the Al-Maktum dynasty is one of unmatched ambition, strategy and vision. Their legacy began in the 1830s when the family, then modest traders and pearl merchants, settled along the Persian Gulf. Back then, Dubai was little more than a fishing settlement, a cluster of huts, sand and saltwater dreams. Yet from this humble foundation emerged one of the wealthiest and most powerful ruling families in the modern world. The turning point came under Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al-Maktum, whose leadership from the 1950s to the 1980s transformed Dubai's economic destiny. While other Gulf states leaned heavily on oil, Sheikh Rashid saw beyond the wells. He envisioned a city built not only on resources, but on trade, innovation and tourism. He began with infrastructure, his most audacious projects being Port Rashid in 1972 and the Jebel Ali Free Zone in 1985, each costing hundreds of millions of dollars at the time. These were not just economic initiatives, they were gateways that opened Dubai to the world, drawing in traders, investors and visionaries from every continent. His vision of progress was inherited and amplified by his son, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al-Maktum, the current ruler of Dubai. With an estimated personal fortune exceeding $20 billion, Sheikh Mohammed took his father's foundation and elevated it to a global scale. He understood that true power in the 21st century wasn't just measured in oil barrels, but in brand recognition, architecture and cultural influence. Under his leadership, Dubai became a canvas of architectural marvels and economic diversification. The Al-Maktum family's empire today spans energy, real estate, aviation, tourism, finance and construction, creating an interconnected web of industries that sustain Dubai's independence from fluctuating oil markets. The Emirates Group, one of the crown jewels of their holdings, generates billions annually and is considered a symbol of national pride. Meanwhile, the family's real estate investments, including the companies behind the Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall, turned empty desert land into some of the most expensive square footage on Earth. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of their wealth is how it intertwines with vision. Each skyscraper, each palm-shaped island was not simply built for profit, but to announce Dubai's arrival on the world stage. By the early 2000s, Dubai had positioned itself as the city of the future, and the Al-Maktums became the architects of a modern empire built on confidence and calculated risk. Their strategy was simple yet revolutionary: use ambition as infrastructure and luxury as diplomacy. And yet, what makes this dynasty truly fascinating isn't just their economic might, but their ability to maintain a narrative of progress and power. The family turned an emirate into a symbol of prosperity that even rivals older monarchies in influence and global recognition. Their empire glitters, but it also governs, with precision, intent and cultural awareness that few families in history have managed to achieve. So as you watch Dubai's skyline pierce the clouds, remember that every tower, every light and every luxury party traces back to a family whose vision outgrew the desert. And tell us, if you had $20 billion and a city to build from sand, what would you create first? Where the royal family lives and rules? Behind Dubai's shimmering skyline lies a hidden world of palaces that redefine the concept of wealth and power. At the heart of it all stands Zabeel Palace, the official royal residence of the Al-Maktum family, a sprawling architectural marvel estimated at $400 million. Built with golden facades, marble corridors and intricate domes that gleam under the desert sun, the palace is both a private sanctuary and a center of governance. Inside, towering crystal chandeliers illuminate vast halls where the family hosts foreign dignitaries, world leaders and international royals. The air is perfumed with imported Arabian oud, and the walls are adorned with portraits depicting Dubai's transformation from desert to empire. a story the Al-Maktums authored through sheer will and vision. The palace's exterior mirrors the extravagance within. Surrounding Zabeel are manicured royal gardens, private fountains, and carefully curated zoos housing exotic animals from across the globe. Peacocks stroll along marble pathways, and stables host Arabian horses bred for royal racing events. The estate spans hundreds of acres, a rare oasis in the middle of urban Dubai, shielded by high walls and guarded by the Royal Guard regiment. Despite the heavy security, the design feels open, a deliberate blend of power and hospitality that reflects Dubai's international image. But Zabeel Palace is only one chapter in the family's royal narrative. Across Dubai sits Al-Maktum Palace, a venue reserved for intimate family gatherings, royal weddings, and high-profile celebrations. Unlike Zabeel's stately formality, Al-Maktum exudes warmth, with handcrafted interiors and courtyards designed for traditional Emirati festivities. It's where the family's heritage meets modern luxury, symbolizing how, even within immense wealth, tradition remains sacred. Beyond the UAE, the family's influence stretches across continents. In the Scottish countryside, they own a $90 million mansion, complete with a private golf course and equestrian training grounds, a reflection of their passion for horses and sport. The property's seclusion provides not just privacy but also prestige, aligning with their global lifestyle that balances business, diplomacy, and recreation. Their real estate portfolio extends into Europe's most exclusive neighborhoods, including properties in Monaco and London's Kensington Palace Gardens, collectively worth over $200 million. These homes are not simply residences, they're statements of global stature. The London mansion, located among homes owned by billionaires and heads of state, represents the family's strong ties with the British monarchy and Europe's elite circles. Meanwhile, their Monaco estate overlooks the Mediterranean, a haven for royal leisure during Europe's summer season. What makes these properties more than symbols of extravagance is how they serve Dubai's broader diplomatic strategy. Each residence is a venue for building relationships, hosting investors, celebrities, and political figures who shape global policy and commerce. In that sense, the palaces are extensions of Dubai's foreign policy, each chandelier-lit hall a meeting room for global influence. Through architecture and location, the Al-Maktum family has mastered the art of turning property into power. Every palace is a mirror of Dubai's evolution, from humble fishing settlement to one of the wealthiest and most admired cities on earth. Yet, for all their grandeur, these estates share a unifying purpose. They remind the world that behind every shimmering skyscraper and every grand celebration, there is a dynasty that doesn't just rule Dubai, it built it. Inside the parties of Dubai's richest family, inside the palatial walls of Zabeel Palace, nights unfold that blur the line between reality and fantasy. The Al-Maktum family's legendary galas are not merely parties, they are orchestrated spectacles of wealth, culture, and power. Every December, as the desert air cools, invitations embossed in gold leaf are quietly delivered to an elite circle of royals, world leaders, and international celebrities. Once inside the palace gates, guests step into a world where chandeliers worth over $1 million each illuminate marble halls filled with live orchestras, Arabian perfumes, and global cuisine prepared by Michelin star chefs flown in from Paris, London, and New York. The atmosphere feels cinematic, yet every moment has purpose, blending celebration with diplomacy. The National Day celebrations stand as Dubai's grandest annual statement of identity. Fireworks valued at over $5 million light up the sky for nearly an hour, synchronized with symphonic music that echoes through the city's skyline. Below, fleets of gold-plated Rolls-Royces and Ferraris glide into the palace courtyards, while helicopters and private jets ferry VIPs directly to the royal grounds. The celebrations are a deliberate showcase of progress, proof to the world that Dubai's rise was not a miracle, but a meticulously engineered vision. Yet beneath the dazzle lies a message of unity, as citizens and royals alike gather to honor the same national story. But perhaps no event encapsulates Dubai's opulence better than the 2019 royal wedding of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al-Maktum, affectionately known as Fazza. Valued at $100 million, the wedding became one of the most extravagant in modern history. The venue was transformed into a glass-domed wonderland draped in Swarovski crystals, with private performances by internationally acclaimed artists and exclusive compositions created for the occasion. Guests ranging from Gulf monarchs to Hollywood stars were gifted custom Cartier jewelry and limited edition perfumes crafted exclusively for the event. The celebration wasn't just personal, it was symbolic, presenting Dubai as the epicenter of luxury and modern royalty. Social media amplified these moments into legend. High-profile guests, influencers and filmmakers captured glimpses of the festivities, turning them into viral visual testaments of Dubai's allure. Each image, each clip of golden decor and orchestral crescendos served as global advertising for the city's sophistication and prosperity. The Al-Maktum family, through these curated events, perfected the balance between exclusivity and visibility, allowing just enough of their world to be seen to fuel fascination, yet never enough to diminish their mystique. Beyond their extravagance, these gatherings serve a deeper strategic purpose. Every gala, every wedding, every festival functions as a form of soft power diplomacy, a means of building alliances, influencing global perceptions, and projecting stability through spectacle. In a region where image and influence often intertwine, the Al-Maktum family has turned celebration into strategy. Their events are more than lavish parties. They are instruments of national branding, woven with the precision of statecraft and the allure of legend. And as the music fades each night, one truth remains clear. In Dubai, luxury isn't just lived, it's engineered, staged, and immortalized. Cars, yachts, and private jets. In Dubai, wealth isn't just displayed, it moves, glides, and roars. The Al-Maktum family's fleet of luxury vehicles, yachts, and private jets represents one of the most extraordinary mobile empires ever assembled. Inside their private garages sit hundreds of rare and exotic cars, each telling a story of craftsmanship, exclusivity, and status. What sets them apart, however, are not only the cars themselves, but the license plates attached to them. In the UAE, low-digit plates are the ultimate symbols of prestige, and some of the family's single-digit plates have sold for up to $14 million each, making them more valuable than the supercars they adorn. Among the fleet, one vehicle in particular draws global fascination, the gold-plated Rolls-Royce Phantom, customized down to the last inch with 24-carat accents, hand-stitched interiors, and embedded family insignias. It's often seen during royal events and diplomatic visits, where it functions less as transportation and more as a rolling declaration of Dubai's opulence. Parked beside it, a Bugatti Chiron gleams under spotlights, its $3 million price tag justified by an engine that exceeds 1,500 horsepower. But even that pales in comparison to the one-of-one Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, valued at $8 million, crafted as a limited edition tribute to speed and engineering perfection. Together they form a collection that transcends automotive passion. It's the mechanical equivalent of royal jewelry. Beyond the asphalt, the Al-Maktum's reign over the seas, with a yacht fleet that rivals that of global billionaires and monarchs combined. The crown jewel is the 531-foot super yacht Dubai, valued at around $400 million, making it one of the largest and most expensive private vessels in existence. Originally designed for a Middle Eastern prince but completed under Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's direction, it's a floating palace equipped with a glass staircase, a mosaic swimming pool, and a helipad that accommodates visiting dignitaries. Inside are 7 decks of luxury, gold-trimmed dining halls, art-filled lounges, and private suites designed for royal guests. The yacht isn't just for leisure. It often doubles as a setting for international diplomacy, where billion-dollar agreements and strategic alliances are discussed away from public eyes. And when the seas aren't enough, the skies await. Sheikh Mohammed's personal Boeing 747 VIP jet, estimated at $400 million, is the ultimate expression of royal aviation. Customized with marble floors, gold fittings, and an onboard meeting lounge, it features a master suite, prayer room, and a digital control center that keeps him connected with Dubai's leadership wherever he flies. His sons, including Crown Prince Hamdan, have their own private aircraft, each one meticulously tailored with cutting-edge security systems and interiors that mirror the comfort of a royal palace. Together, these machines, cars, yachts and jets form a network of mobility unmatched by any other royal family. They're not merely symbols of indulgence, they're instruments of influence, designed to project Dubai's prestige across continents. Every engine rev, every takeoff, every wave the yacht cuts through represents more than motion. It's the physical manifestation of a dynasty that turned ambition into movement and luxury into legacy. Public persona versus private reality. For millions around the world, Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al-Maktum, known simply as Fazza, represents the face of modern Dubai, a royal who blends tradition with technology and privilege with approachability. With over 35 million Instagram followers, Fazza has mastered the art of presenting royalty as both inspirational and relatable. His feed, filled with desert safaris, skydiving adventures and tender moments with falcons and horses, paints a portrait of a prince who is as much an adventurer as he is an heir. Through these curated glimpses, Dubai's monarchy becomes humanized, no longer confined to the walls of palaces, but woven into the rhythm of everyday digital life. Each post is deliberate. Behind every panoramic photo of the Dubai skyline or every act of philanthropy captured on camera lies a broader narrative, one that positions Dubai as a global brand of innovation, confidence and prosperity. Fazza's influence transcends royalty. He functions as an ambassador of national identity, whether running marathons with citizens or supporting humanitarian causes. He symbolizes a monarchy that engages rather than isolates. It's a strikingly modern approach to leadership, one that redefines royal power not through decree, but through digital connection. Yet beneath the elegance of this digital openness lies a more complex reality. The Al-Maktum family's image, so meticulously crafted in public, has faced moments of tension that reveal the delicate balance between visibility and control. The disappearance of Princess Latifa, Sheikh Mohammed's daughter, brought this contrast into global focus. In 2018, her attempted escape and the subsequent media storm ignited discussions about freedom, privacy, and the boundaries of royal authority. While Dubai maintained its polished image of stability and progress, the incident underscored the immense pressures that come with governing a dynasty under constant international scrutiny. Inside the palaces, power and privacy coexist uneasily. Every decision, whether to appear at a public event, share a moment online, or remain silent during controversy, carries implications that ripple far beyond Dubai's borders. The royal family must protect its reputation as the visionary architects of a modern state, while simultaneously navigating the expectations of a global audience that craves transparency. In an age where perception equals power, even silence becomes a strategy. And Fazza stands at the center of this evolving narrative. His global following doesn't just watch his adventures, they watch Dubai through him. Each image of him diving into the Arabian Gulf or scaling mountain peaks reinforces a message of ambition and vitality that mirrors the nation's own spirit. The Al-Maktum dynasty, through Fazza's digital lens, projects a carefully balanced image, rooted in heritage yet fluent in the language of the future. Still, behind the lights and lavish backdrops, there lingers an unspoken question. How much of what the world sees is image, and how much is truth? In Dubai, perfection is a performance, and the Al-Maktum family remains both its authors and its actors, walking the fine line between global admiration and royal secrecy. How the Al-Maktums built Dubai's future. Dubai's skyline is not just a collection of buildings, it's a statement of power, wealth and ambition, written in steel, glass and gold. Each landmark tells the story of a dynasty that dared to turn imagination into infrastructure. At the heart of this transformation stands the Burj Khalifa, a $1.5 billion monument that pierces the clouds and the record books alike. Stretching over 828 meters, it isn't merely the tallest building in the world, it's the centerpiece of a city built to defy limits. Inside, Armani-designed residences and luxury offices attract global elites, while its observation decks generate millions annually in tourism revenue. Every light that glows from its facade at night reminds the world that Dubai doesn't just build, it performs. Then there's the Palm Jumeirah, an engineering marvel shaped like a palm tree visible from space with a staggering $12 billion price tag. It redefined what luxury living means in the Middle East. The island houses some of the world's most exclusive resorts, including Atlantis the Royal, where a single suite can cost more than $40,000 per night. Beyond its glamour, the Palm brought Dubai billions in tourism and global investment, proving that even nature's boundaries could be redrawn by vision and capital. And towering above retail empires worldwide is the Dubai Mall, a $20 billion complex spanning more than 5 million square feet. Home to over 1,200 stores, an Olympic-sized ice rink and an aquarium that holds 10 million liters of water, it attracts nearly 100 million visitors every year. It isn't just a shopping destination, it's a self-contained city of commerce, leisure and luxury that fuels Dubai's financial pulse. But the Al-Maktum legacy extends beyond skyscrapers and shopping districts. Through the Mohammed bin Rashid Al-Maktum Foundation, the ruling family directs over $10 billion into global education, technology and humanitarian initiatives. These efforts position Dubai not only as a capital of commerce, but also as a hub of innovation and philanthropy. Today, Dubai stands as a city where tradition and modernity coexist flawlessly, where ancient Emirati heritage is celebrated in cultural festivals that unfold under the glow of futuristic skylines. The Al-Maktum family didn't just shape Dubai's economy, they designed its identity. And here's the question worth asking. When wealth and vision merge so perfectly, is Dubai merely a city or the world's most successful work of art? The parties of Dubai's richest family are more than displays of wealth. They're instruments of diplomacy, legacy and power that shape how the world views an entire nation. From the palaces of Zabeel to royal yachts that glide across the Arabian Gulf, every event tells a story of ambition written in gold. If you enjoyed exploring this hidden world of royal extravagance, make sure to like, subscribe and follow our channel, because in part 2 we'll uncover what really happens after the guests leave.